We're talking about teeth over here, but now we're going to talk about vintage clothing with our next guest, Hamilton grade 2 student who just happens to be born into a vintage dynasty. She's launched her own curated kids store and will be the youngest vendor at this weekend's Toronto Vintage Clothing Show. Please welcome Lola and her dad, Nick Bulajic.
Look at that sweet face. Good morning, guys.
Hello, good morning.
Serbian family at that. My husband's Serbian, so hello, welcome. You're instant family to me. You're adorable.
Thank you.
So only 7 years old and you already have your own vintage line?
Yeah.
How did you get into clothing like this?
Probably because I had so much vintage clothing that didn't fit me, so I didn't want to like just give it away, so I decided to make Lola's Vintage Kids.
She's the cutest.
What do you look for? What do you like? What's your style? Is it 80s, earlier? You've got the lovely brooch there.
Yeah. Probably like my mom and dad. 50s.
50s, 60s, 70s?
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, those are some good eras.
And talk to me about this jacket. I hear it's been passed down. Can we see the
here,
back?
turn around.
Look at this. This is so cool.
Yeah, this jacket was her grandmother's originally in the 1970s, and then it was her mother's in the 80s, and now it's hers. So it's been going for a long time here.
And what's this? You came up with your own slogan for your store?
Adorable and affordable vintage kids clothing.
Because you're
You came up with that yourself?
Yeah.
You are a natural marketer.
You're amazing. And great poses, too. Like, who's putting together all these looks for Lola?
My lovely wife, Connie, over there, the curator of Vintage Soul Geek, she does all the curation for our store, and she helps Lola pick out some amazing outfits.
Because typically we don't see this necessarily for kids,
No,
right?
but not for kids, because I know
Vintage.
you said when you were 18, 19, you got into vintage for
That's
years,
all I wore.
right?
University, college years, I spent all my time at vintage stores in Value Village.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to us about The Shape of Water. That went in last year with the most nominations. I think there was like 14 or 15, including Best Costume Design.
Yep.
You guys had a hand in that.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We helped provide wardrobe for the Oscar-winning film, The Shape of Water. That was a lot of fun. And they enjoyed our work so much that just a month and a half ago, a lady by the name of Ruth Myers flew down from Hollywood just for the day to shop at our store for his next project called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
For Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he spends half the time up here, does he not? Or
That's right.
He's got a place up here or
They
something.
filmed that in Hamilton, which is where your shop is.
Yep.
So they were looking for things that were green hues, because the movie was very much visually
muted greens and browns, and he initially wanted muted yellows and blues, and then at the last week before, after we pulled everything, they give us a call and said it's all muted greens now. It's like, oh, okay.
Welcome to Hollywood,
Sounds
right?
good.
We're going in a new direction.
So give us some tips, guys. What do you look for, and how do you source your vintage clothing?
Well, one thing that we look for when we're looking for vintage clothing is quality. It has to be in impeccable shape. It has to be almost like it looks brand new. And some of the items that we have here are pretty amazing. Lola
Those are amazing.
Yeah, Lola sourced these beautiful guys.
So when you source them, Lola, how are you sourcing them? What are you doing when you're looking for clothes?
Like when Mom and I go hunting, you come with us?
I'm looking for no stains and stuff that looks pretty good and stuff that's vintage.
Is it hard to find kids' vintage clothing?
Probably more of an adult vintage.
Yeah, the kids' stuff gets beat up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it actually gets worn.
Did you ever watch E.T.?
Yeah, we saw E.T.
When he does this with a finger, E.T. phone ho. Yeah, you saw it. What about this jacket?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Is this going to fit me, Lola?
It's
What
like
do
a
you
little
think?
bomber jacket. It might fit you. Who knows?
What a cute jacket. And then is it true you guys make sure you wash all of these?
Everything.
Yeah.
Hand washing.
I used to love that musty vintage smell, but of course people want it to feel like it's had
one
a
of our
fresh
favorite
rinse.
compliments that we receive at our stores when people come in, they say this place does not smell like a vintage shop. And it's like, yay!
Are you really trying to fit that?
It's so not going to happen.
No, you're
Where
gonna
did you buy it?
You may have bought
Honey, I
that.
shrunk the jacket. This
Hey,
is
Lola,
definitely
what would you recommend for Dina
What
with a
about for me,
jacket like
Lola?
that?
Let's go shopping.
Could you see her in the E.T. jeans?
What about this purse?
I could see you in that and that.
How cute
Yeah,
is
if she
this?
even just slung this over her shoulder, she'd look pretty cool there.
What about Uncle Raji? This hat.
Good.
That
We know
hat
this
would
was
be
coming.
amazing.
Tell me about this hat, Lola. Was this nice for tea or playing with dollies? What would you say?
I think it'll be good for tea, playing with dollies, and dress up.
And when I drink,
He's ready to sip some
I have to get the
lemonade. Where do we see you guys this weekend?
At the
Doesn't fit my
Toronto,
TV head.
We're going to be at the Toronto Vintage Clothing Show, Toronto Vintage and Antique Clothing Show. It's going to be fantastic. At the CNE grounds, over 120 vendors are going to be there. It's Canada's largest. You got to come out and check it out.
Including Lola's store. store.
Well, including Lola's store.
Exhibition Place.
At the Queen Elizabeth building.
So you love
Saturday,
kids'
Sunday.
vintage clothing.
Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a
I
blast.
do declare that sounds like fun.
I do declare.
Let's hit myself in the face with it.
BreakfastTelevision.ca for more information. Keep rocking it, Lola.
More coming up after
And
the break.
Papa.
Nicely done. Can I keep the hat?
No.
No, gotta give it back.
Not right for him, is it? We got to find something else for Uncle Raji.